Hello friends, welcome to Office Platforms. Santosh this side. Today we will see a beautiful function that is available in Excel, which is just the artificial intelligence that has been provided by Excel. So when we will use this function or this functionality, we will no more require the complex functions like the left, the mid, or the right functions. Let me show you a small example to begin with. So we have the data over here that has the first name and the last name in both in the one cell or one column. If I have to separate the first name and the last name into two different cells, what will I do? I will either use a left function or a right function, a mid function, okay, or even if I don't want to use a function, then I will do the text to columns to separate this. But when we have the artificial intelligence already available inbuilt in Excel, why do we need that? So let's start with. So suppose if I say over here, I want the first name, I want the last name. These are the headers, okay, the way it is over here. Okay, I'm just separating these two. And over here, if I go to data and I click this Flashfill, okay, come to the second cell, click it. See? So if you see, I don't need any type of functions to separate these two numbers and get the desired result. Not just that. If I want to write the first name and last name in or both in the proper format, like the uppercase or in the lowercase, that can also be done. Now, suppose I say upper name, okay, name again, last name, and if I write John in uppercase and do in uppercase, and then either if I can click this cell or I can use the shortcut key Control plus E. Suppose if I select Control E, and over here also Control E, see, we get the results. Not just that, we can even add, concatenate these two names just like full name. Okay. So if I write full name over here, and let me say John Doe, enter. Either I can click this ribbon menu or else I can use the button Control E. See, this we can do this without any type of functions. Let's see another example which is a bit more complex than this and see how Flashfill helps us in getting the desired result. So friends, here is another sample data where we have the emails available with us and we want to separate the first name, the second name, and we want the domain also of the email ID. So let's start and give the Flashfill or the AI a sample data and see if it is if this AI can help us in getting the data that we want. So over here, John is the first name and Doe is the last name and Gmail is the domain. So let us write John and then give us the last name is Doe and the domain is Gmail. Okay, and now since we have given the sample data over here, let's go back to the second cell or second row and click Control E. Are we getting the first name properly? Gwen, Michelle, Sarah and David, right? Let's see about the last name, Control E, that is Smith, Johnson, Williams, and Brown. And how about the domain? Control E, Outlook, Yahoo, Google, and Microsoft. So we are getting the desired results using the Flashfill. Now let's go and see how Flashfill helps us in getting desired results for another set of data which is even more complex than this. So here we have the third set of data in the column where there is the start of the period, the end of the period, and the year is there. So the first month that is reflecting in this period is the start month, and the another month that is coming in this period, it is the end month. So suppose in this section period January 2022 and February. So the year will be 2022, the start month will be Jan, and the end month will be Feb. If we look into the data properly, it is the month names are in sequence. So if the month is March, then the next month is April. If it is Jan, the next month is Feb. Similarly for Feb, it is March. So we have the data. It's the data in a manner where the period is jumbled up, not in a proper format. And how do we get this data? Simple, that is Flashfill. So in the column K, we will write the year as 2022 and then come to the next cell, next to and click Control E. So here we see the year is coming properly. How about the start month? Let us write Jan, enter and click Control E. No, it is not coming properly. Let us give few more examples. Over here, let us write March and enter. Okay, and how about over here, may enter, see, the data has been picked up. So as long as the data, the Flashfill is not able to understand our requirement, it will definitely give us some suggestion. The moment we get the moment it gives us the right suggestions, we can accept it. So over here also, let us write fab, enter, control E. Let's see if it captures the right data. No. Now here we have to write April, APR, and say it understood our requirement and it gave us the data that we wanted. So let us jump into another set of data which is even more complex than this. Here is the most complex data that we have. So this data, this column has got the customer IDs, the full name, and the registration year. So our target, our requirement is to separate this column data into 3 columns where customer ID, full name, and registration year should be extracted from here. And looking at the data, we can see and say that C123 over here, let us write and give the AI or the Flashfill an example that we need. That is like C123 is my customer ID. And let me say the full name is Alice Smith is the full name and the registration year is 2019. Enter. And before we press Control plus E, we can see that the format is not right. Okay. And if we still want to proceed with Control plus E and see what happens when the structure is incorrect, we will get the results like this. See, since it is not able to understand the data, the format that is available, the sample data, we need to give more, meaningful details that we want to the Flashfill, that so that the Flashfill can understand exactly what is our requirement. Now, if I write, let us remove all this. Okay, write X789. Enter. Okay, it is started to understand what our requirement is. If you can see, it was able to extract the customer IDs for the last rows. So let us delete this and give more meaningful data. Let us write Y456. Enter. Okay, and press Ctrl E. Let's see what happens. Boom. We got the data that we wanted. See? Now let us write Bob Johnson and give CEROL. See, it has started giving us the suggestions. Are we interested in accepting the suggestions? Let's see what exactly the suggestions are. So to accept the suggestions that Flashfill is giving, press Enter. And just by looking at the data, we can see the data that we wanted to extract has not come up properly. So let us delete the data again and give more information to Flashfill, like Frank Taylor. Enter. No. Grace Anderson. And let's say Control E. Still not. Okay. Let us write Karen White. Now it gave us the data. So this is how we need to explain Flashfill what exactly our requirement is. And we need to try till the time it gives us. And for here, the year should be easy peasy. So that's Control E and we got it. So over here we can see we can convert any type of data, any type of text strings to our desired results using Flashfill, which is just an inbuilt AI in Excel. Okay, without using any type of functions, complex functions like left, the mid, or the right functions. Okay. Over here, we have a set of data where we have 2 columns, that is a country and there's the number, contact number. What our requirement is that for India, we need to prefix the India ISD code, that is +91, followed by a space and then the contact number. And for US, we need to prefix +1, which is the ISD code, followed by a space, and then the first 3 digits of the number, followed by a hyphen, and then the next 3-digit number, 3 numbers, followed by a hyphen, and then the last 4 numbers. So if I say for India, the number has to be +91, and then the number 9876543210. But for US, the format has to be +1, followed by a space, and then we'll write 1, 2, 3, a hyphen, and then a 4, 5, 6, then a hyphen, and then 7890. And the result has to be in this format. So let's see how Flashfill can help us. Before that, since we are working on the numbers and we need this data, and Excel always understands these numbers and anything starts with plus as a formula. So for that, we need to convert this data into text. Okay, this text. Okay. Now what we will do, let us give samples to Flashfill and see how much is Flashfill good enough to help us. Let's write plus 91 space 9876543210. Enter. We know we have just given the data for India. Now we have to punch the data for US. If we press Ctrl E, it will not give us the right data. So let us give us the data for US plus 1 space 1, 2, 3 a hyphen and 4, 5, 6 a hyphen and then 7, 8, 9, 0. Enter. Now again we want to update the data for India, that is plus. Is it able to understand our requirement as per the suggestion? I don't think. So let us continue with the suggestions. 91 space it is 87654321009. Enter. Again it is a US number plus 1 space that is 765 hyphen 432 a hyphen 1098. Enter. Again let us give the data for US plus 1 space 234 hyphen 567 hyphen 8901. Enter. Not yet. Let's try plus Control E and see if it is giving us the data. For US it is, for India it is, for US perfect, for India and then it is US. So if we see, the Flashfill was good enough in giving us the required format. So friends, with this I will close today's video on Flashfill, which is an AI in Excel. Thank you.